Hey everyone, this is Sean from Raw Technique Studios. I'm going to take you on 5 easy steps to help you pick out the right microphone for your home studio. Let's jump into it. The first step is budget. What can you spend on this microphone? How much do you plan on spending on this mic? That's the first thing you should consider before searching online for a microphone. You need to know how much you're going to be able to spend on this, what your range is. Is it between $100 to $200? Is it 3 to 4? It just really depends. Before you even start looking for a microphone, what can you afford? And that's the best place to start out. Step 2, you need to know what you're going to be recording. Are you recording a kick drum? Are you recording vocals? Are you recording acoustic guitars? Say you're going to be recording a snare drum. Well, if you're recording a snare drum, something like an SM57, which is a dynamic microphone, would be a good choice, because this type of microphone could handle high SPL, meaning it could handle those big snare hits, it could handle those tom rolls, it could handle louder instruments. So this is a microphone that would be good for something like that. On the other hand, if you're looking for something to record vocals or acoustic guitar, then there's something like a Perception 420, which is a large cap condenser microphone. And this is great because it picks up the most quiet sounds, and the SPL, it doesn't handle as much SPL as a dynamic microphone, but it does handle lower, quieter sounds better than a dynamic microphone. So this is something definitely to check out. So that's choosing between a condenser mic and a dynamic microphone. If you want to record something that is just in front of the microphone, then that would be a cardioid pickup pattern. So that means it's going to record right here in front of the mic. If you're looking for something to record in front of the mic and in back of the mic, but reject the sides, then you're going to be looking for a figure 8 pickup pattern. If you're looking for something to record all around the mic, front, back, sides, everything, then it's an omni pickup pattern. So that's something to look at, is polar patterns when picking out a microphone. Now some microphones, like the Perception 420, this one has switchable polar patterns on it. You could go over on the left is the figure 8, in the center is cardioid, and on the right there is omni. So that's something to consider when picking out a mic. Does it have switchable polar patterns? Will you be using multiple polar patterns? Or are you just looking for something to record right in front of the mic and that's it? Alright, step 4. So you know how much you can spend on a mic already. You know if you're going to be choosing a dynamic or a condenser microphone, and you know the polar patterns. Do you need multiple polar patterns? Do you need just a cardioid pickup pattern? So once you have all that down, then you start looking at the different types of microphones online. And you start seeing, okay, there's this microphone and this microphone. They both have the same thing, cardioid pickup pattern. They're both condenser microphones, and they're both in my price range. Now something to look at to determine the difference between the two is self-noise on a microphone. You don't want a microphone that has a lot of self-noise. There's some microphones that have like 22 decibels of self-noise, which is really loud, and you could hear it in the recordings. On the other hand, there's microphones like this one here, the AKG C214, which has low self-noise at 12 decibels. Step 5, last step. All you got to do is go online, and another determining factor, just like the self-noise from the previous step, say you finally found a couple mics that you're like, okay, these are the mics, it's going to be one of these. The last step to look at to determine between them is reviews. Reviews come in handy. These are people who actually bought the microphone, people who have used it, and they give their insight on it. So if you're stuck between two different mics and you want to see which one is better, then go into the reviews, go on sweetwater.com, go on Amazon, go on Guitar Center, any of these retailers that sell these microphones, and look up the reviews. People are going to tell you whether the mic is good, bad, or okay, and that could really help determine whether you buy that mic or not. Take those 5 steps into consideration, and that will help you pick out your first mic, your second mic, and all your mics to come.